Hello everybody, Dr. Samuel here again, and in this video we continue with the solutions to the 2021 Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate Examination in Mathematics. That's for July. So we are on question number 5, part B. And here the question asks, the two-way contingency table below gives information on the mode of transportation to school for 100 students. And we were given this table here. Now, a contingency table is simply a table relating two variables. So in this table, we are relating gender, boy and girl, to mode of transportation to school, walk, cycle, or drive. So we first have to understand the table. So in the first row, 15 boys walk to school. We were not given the number that cycled, and 14 drove to school. And for the girls, we weren't given those who walked, but 18 cycled and 26 drove. Now the table really is self-explanatory. You don't even have to understand what a contingency table is, because the first question said to complete the table by inserting the missing values. And just note, we are given the totals. So the total number of students who walked is 23. And since 15 boys walked, we simply subtract 23 minus 15 to get the number of girls who walked. And when you do that, we're going to get the answer as 8. Now, from that, we can fill in the blank space for the total number of girls. We simply have to add 8 plus 18 plus 26. When we add this, we are going to get 52. Okay, so we have that second row filled in. What now can we fill in? We can fill in the total number of students who cycled, because we have the total number that walked and the total number that drove. That's 40 plus 23 is 63. And therefore, we subtract 100 minus 63 to get 37. So that is the total number of students who cycled. And finally, the last space to fill in is the number of boys who cycled. So again, we can add 15 plus 14 to get 29. And subtract the answer from 48, and we are going to get 19. And we have answered the first part of the question. We have completed the table. So we move on to part 2. A student is selected at random. What is the probability that he or she was being driven to school on that day? So we go back to the table to find out the number of students who drove or were driven to school, and that is 40. 40 students were driven out of a total of over 100 students. probability is a fraction between 0 and 1. And we find probability using the equation, the number of required outcomes over the total number of outcomes. For this question, the number of required outcomes is the number of students who were driven to school, which is 40. And the total number of possible outcomes is the number of students, 100. So the probability is 40 over 100, a fraction. However, anytime you have a fraction, you must always bring it to its lowest terms. So we bring this to its lowest terms, and when you do that, basically I'm going to divide both the top and the bottom by 20. The answer is 2 over 5. That's it. And so we move on to part 3. One of the girls is selected at random. So this question only looks at the girls. What is the probability that she did not cycle to school? She did not cycle to school. So we go to the girls. We know that the total number of girls is 52. The number who did not cycle will be those who drove and those who walked. That is 26 plus 8, and we're going to get 34. So therefore, the probability is 34 over the total number of girls, which is 52. So the answer is 34 over 52. And as I said, we must bring it to its lowest terms by dividing by the highest common factor, which is really 2. 2 into 34 is 17, and 2 into 52 is 26. That's the probability of a girl being selected at random who did not cycle to school. And we have ended question 5. So in the next video, we'll begin looking at question number 6. If you like this video, please subscribe, or you can also press the like button or share. I will see you all in the next video.